Okay, we're joined now by the Mountaineers of West Virginia, Coach Bob Huggins. His student athletes with us are Javon Carter and Daxter Miles Jr. Let's go to questions for our two student athletes before we come to Coach Huggins. And we have Hayden here on this side of the room. On stage left and stage right will be Casey. So please raise your hand for questions and state name and affiliation. Okay, guys, here on the right on the inside aisle.
Dax, Wendell Barnhouse with The Athletic. How did you see things just kind of getting away with for you guys over the last 6 minutes of the game or whatever when they went on their run? What happened with Kansas making their run at the end of the game? How did you see them doing it, and what did you guys not do?
They made shots.
Okay, we'll stay here on the right on the outside this way.
Greg Eklund, this is for AP Radio for either one of you. Can you talk about Kansas without Azubuike? What was the approach to attacking them without Azubuike today?
Same as it always is. They just did a real good job of knocking down shots. It's like every shot they put up, it went in. And when we went cold, they kept hitting. That's when they went out and got the lead.
Okay, we'll move to the left side, front row.
For either of you, Sean Rooney, Dos Mundos newspaper here in Kansas City. It looked like that you all pressed a lot in the second half. Just how do you feel like, how effective do you feel like your pressure defense was?
It was okay. We've done better. It's just hard to press a team when they're making shots. You know, it's like no matter what we did on defense, they made tough shots.
Okay, again here on the right.
Javon, you've been in this environment. You know what it's like playing here in the title game in front of a partisan crowd like this. Did you have to clue your younger guys in on what they would have to deal with in this environment today?
Yeah, it was a championship. We had to come to play. I felt like we did a good job. It just when it came down to it, we didn't make shots, and they did.
Anything else for our student athletes? No? Okay, guys, we'll let you go back to the locker room with your SID staff, Brian Messerly. And congratulations on a great season, and good luck next week. Thank you for coming. Questions now for Coach Huggins. Okay, Coach, here on the left, in the middle.
Hey, Bob, Sam Mellinger with the Kansas City Star. Sorry, this isn't actually about the game that just happened, but you guys, the league is set to get a bunch of teams, whatever it is, into the tournament. How important do you think NCAA tournament success is to the reputation of the league, and how important will it be for the Big 12?
Well, I think in that, that's all you hear about, see, read, whatever, for a month. It's pretty important.
I'll follow up. Do you think there's been a reputation, at least by some, that the league over the years has underperformed a little bit? Do you have a response to that? Do you agree with that?
I've never heard that, so I don't think it has, but I haven't really looked at it that close, to be honest with you.
Okay, on the inside aisle.
Bob, Wendell Barnhouse with The Athletic. What Javon said, they made shots, you guys didn't. It's pretty simple analysis. Is that the way you see it? I mean, I guess that's what most games come down to, right?
No, Wendell, they shot 72% the second half. They shot 56 for the game. They shot 56 from three. They're going to beat everybody when they do that. I mean, they were contested shots. We didn't give them wide open shots. They were contested. They made them. And I think probably JC and Dax got a little bit tired. Because of the way we play, and the fact that they've played a lot of minutes in the first two games, and it just didn't seem like they had legs at the end. But that's, you know, that's to be expected, I think. We just couldn't get. They did a good job with the rescreen on the ball screen, and you have to help a little bit whenever a guy gets loose, and we tried to help a little bit and still get back, which I thought we did a pretty good job of recovering. The last 3 or 4 shots they made from the corner were contested shots.
Okay, here on the left side, front row.
Dennis Dodd, CBS Sports. Bob, you've had them on the ropes at some point in the last 3 or 4 games, at some point in those games. What is it about them that allows them to come back, and what is it about you guys that you haven't been able to finish the deal, I guess?
It's nothing about us. They've got a lot of guys who can make shots. I mean, let's be honest, all those guys out there, if they're McDonald's All-Americans, only because they're from another country. You know? So they got good players. They got good players, and the guy can coach. You know, he's a Hall of Fame coach. You know, we got great kids who just play their tails off that aren't as skilled, quite frankly, but we're able to compete because of their character and because of how hard they play and because of the fact that they're good people.
Okay, we'll go to Coach's right on the inside.
Bob, Wendell Barnhouse from The Athletic again. The Sosa, 8 for 8, 10 rebounds. How big of an impact did he have on the game for them? I mean,
well, they made shots, Wendell. So
yeah.
You know, so you're going to get spread. You know, when you make shots like that, you're going to get spread, and we got spread. And then all of a sudden, now you're chasing them. Then we tried to double the ball screen, and then you double the ball screen. You got 2 guys chasing, and if you all haven't figured it out, Graham's pretty good, you know. So, I mean, if we ran in and helped, they kicked it to the corner and made threes, and if we didn't run in and help, they threw it to him. And then we made some mistakes early on with him. He got some baskets early on. We didn't do a very good job of doing what we were supposed to do, but I mean, that's basketball.
Other questions for Coach? Okay.
Coach, Greg Eklund for AP Broadcast. Moving forward and moving out of this league schedule and taking on teams that are more unfamiliar, you said this team likes to compete. How do you feel about this team as it moves forward?
Well, we've beaten the #1 seed earlier in the year. We've had, what do we have, 11 wins or something like that in the hardest league in the country. I think we'll be okay. We just got to, you know, you can't miss shots. We just miss shots. I mean, we missed a couple lay-ins. We can't do that. You know, we're not good enough to overcome that. We don't surround the line with all those guys who can make shots. We got guys that, quite frankly, I mean, when they make one, we all stand up and cheer because we're shocked as hell, you know. So, like I said, you know, I mean, we're able to compete because they compete their butts off. They play hard. We have to play a different style to be able to compete, which is very taxing. So, but if we went back and played half court with them, we'd get beat by 20, and we've had chances, you know. And I mean, and you guys know the history, man. I mean, I don't have to. I can't go into that, and I don't need to go into that. It's not like we haven't had chances. We've had chances.
Okay, toward the back here on Coach's right.
Coach, Chris Lazzarino, Kansas alumni. Again, keeping with the theme of looking ahead, is it fair to say that this looks like a year, feels like a year where we could have some surprises in the tournament, some unexpected teams advancing to the Final Four?
Well, I think Bill would say this. They have to make shots, but the majority of the time they do. And when they struggle, they don't make shots. You know, and they're very dependent on spreading you and making shots. So, yeah, I mean, if they miss shots, yeah, they could get beat. I mean, whoever doesn't, I tell our guys all the time, you know, if you're going to advance the NCAA tournament, you got to make open shots. You can't miss open shots because you don't get very many because everybody's playing so hard. Everybody wants to win. Everybody knows that, you know, one loss and you're out. So you got to make open shots. And we had open shots, didn't make them. They had contested shots and made them. They're going to win. Now, if they can do that for 3 weeks, they could win a national championship. But if they have one game where those don't go in, it's going to be a struggle, just like it is for everybody.
Closing questions for Coach Huggins. Anything else? All right, Coach, we'll let you go, and
Thank you.
good luck next week.
Yep.